Hello everyone and welcome to yet another video by Coders Daily, and in this particular video we are going to solve the problem calculate the nth term. Right. So let's just start by reading the problem statement. Over here you can see that we have a logic which we need to build, right? So I'll just stop this for time being and just move up to read the problem statement. Okay, so what this challenge is basically asking us to do is to learn about recursion, how things work again and again, right? And the main task starts from here, right? So there is a series S where the next term is the sum of previous three terms. Given the first three terms of series A, B, and C respectively, so you have to output the nth term of the series using recursion. The recursive method for calculating nth term is given below, right? What they are saying is that we need to run an recursive method wherein we need to use this particular formula to give the output, right? So the main thing over here is that they'll give us an n, right? This is what is the main constraint which we'll be getting, right? So let's just say if the value of n is 1, right? So the first value would obviously be a, so output would directly become a. If the n is 2, the output will become B, and if the n is 3, output will become C. This is very simple because what they have said is that first three terms they will be giving us, right? So if n is between 1 to 3, it will be ABC. But the main logic starts when the n is greater than 3. So let's just say n is equals to 4. So in that particular term, the output should be equals to A plus B plus C. So this is S of 4. This would be our output. Let's just say if our value of n is equals to 5, so the output would be S of 4 plus B plus C, last three values. So last three value would have S of 4. So S of 5 would become like this. So the logic is very simple. Like what we need to do is we just have to check if n is between 1 to 3, just give the direct output. If n is greater than that, then we'll have to create a loop which will give the sum of last three values, and each time we need to just swap the values with each other, right? So third term will become the second, fourth will become the third, and fifth will become the fourth. Likewise, we need to just swap the numbers again and again. So let's just directly jump into the problem statement. So what I'm creating is I'm creating three variables: term t1, term 1 basically, t2, term 2 which will be b, and t3 which would be equals to c, right? So we'll have a term like the fourth variable, and t1, t2, t3 will be abc directly according to the solution. Now if n is equals to 1, I have told you that the output would be directly term equals to t1. Okay, else if n is equals to 2, so in that case term would be, the output would be t2. else if n is equals to 3, so output would become term equals to t3. Okay, and lastly else condition wherein the main thing would happen, right? So I'll just maximize the screen. Okay, I'll just move this towards this time. Okay, so in the else condition, what I'll do is I'll create a for loop for int I equals to 4. I am starting the loop from 4 because if the number is between 1 to 3, we have already done the output. We have already given the output, so we don't need that, right? And it should run till the value of n is satisfied. Take an I plus plus. Fine. After that, what I'll do is I'll just write term equals to t1 plus t2 plus t3. I told you term would be the sum of all three numbers. And then what we need to do is we need to just swap the numbers with each other. So t2, or what we can say is t1 will become t2, t2 will become t3, and t3 will become term. This is it, right? And at the end of this loop, or at the end of this logic, what we need to do is we need to return term as an output. All right, so this is it. Like, this is the solution which we need to create, right? If you want to consider what would be the output, so I'll just consider this test case to make you do a dry run. Okay, so I'll just use this test case of 5. Okay, so in the case of 5, what is there? N is 5 and numbers are 1, 2 and 3, right? So 1, 2 and 3 are already sorted, N is 5, so we'll start with 4. So S of 4 would become 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1 equals to 6, right? Now we'll swap it, right? So 1 will become 2, 2 will become 3, and 3 will become 6. So when we'll do S of 5, all right, what we'll do is 6 plus 3 plus 2. 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 2, 11. So our output would become 11, right? So this is what our code is doing over here also. So let me just run this particular code and see if it is coming up correctly. Yes, it is coming up correctly. What I'll do is I'll just submit this code now. Okay, so all the test cases are also running. Thank you so much again for watching this video, and if you are liking this series, please do subscribe and follow to my YouTube channel.